Yeah, you can see that it's been leaking quite a lot now, so I'm glad I caught this when I did.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're back out on the Porsche 924. I have found an oil leak. It's a small one, but it does exist, and it's at the camshaft, and it's the oil seal that surrounds the camshaft just behind the camshaft pulley. So it's an easy job. You do have to remove the timing belt and so on, but it should be trouble-free as a job to do. It should be about 30 minutes, give or take. So let's get out there and sort this oil leak.
Okay, so I've removed the cover of the timing belt. So if you had seen previous videos, you would have seen this is the new timing belt and pulley that I fitted. But if you can just make out here, there is a small weep of oil that has appeared over the last 400 miles that I've put on the car. And what you'll be able to make out almost is that here the leak is coming from that front seal or front camshaft seal, which is just behind the camshaft pulley. So what we need to do is remove once again the timing belt, the pulley, this bolt here, remove this camshaft pulley, pull out this front camshaft oil seal and replace it with a new one. In hindsight, I should have really done this when I did the timing belt, but hey ho, that's the way these things work out. It looked good and there was no leak, and now there is, so let's get it replaced. We've turned the engine anti-clockwise using the crank pulley bolt to the bottom, 24mm socket, turn it anti-clockwise until you see this dot here line up with this marker here on the camshaft cover, and also very difficult to see, but just on that pulley there you can see a marker which is here, and on the pulley there, very very small but faint. That's all your markers that you need to line up for top dead center. Now we can start to remove the timing belt, pulley, the timing belt, and then remove this bolt to take this pulley off to get access to that oil seal just behind. So let's start removing everything. Right, so you would have seen that I removed the camshaft pulley, and everything came apart nice and easy, giving me access now to this oil seal at the front. I've got the new replacement one ready to go on. You can see there's a mark which is the Woodruff key, which allows you to slot your pulley back in place, in the correct place, so all the timing stays as it should. So yeah, you can see that it's been leaking quite a lot now, so I'm glad I caught this when I did. So let's get this one pulled out and get the new one in. Okay, so that was well and truly stuck in there. It's amazing how any oil managed to leak from it, but that's how these things happen. Do recommend that you use sort of a heavy duty type picked end screwdriver. Just helps you get a bit of leverage on that to pull it. As you can see, I struggled with my smaller ones which were there and just weren't up to the job, so that one now has slid off. As you can see, it was leaking just at the bottom, that focus, so definitely feels a bit hard, not pliable and rubbery like the new one. So let's get the new one fitted. We'll give this a bit of a clean up, get the new one fitted, and hopefully that will solve the issue of that oil leak there that you can see dripping down. We'll get all that cleaned up as well. Let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, all nice and clean, no nasty oil residue or leaking marks down the side of the engine, so everything is back to as it should be. So let's get the wheel back on, which I gave Nick a paint to, just to yeah, tidy it up for the summer, eh? So we'll get that back fitted here, line everything back up, get the timing belt refitted, and that job should be a good one. Okay, so we have reintroduced the timing belt. We have torqued up the belt itself. So as my previous video on timing belt, you shouldn't be able to turn that to 90 degrees. It should be about 70 degrees or so is a good tension. We I've torqued up this bolt. I don't torque up this bolt until the belt is fitted, and the reason being is that if you try and torque this bolt here without the belt on, obviously this pulley is going to spin, which will spin your camshaft. So the idea really is to fit it so it is finger tight, reintroduce the belt, tighten the pulley up, make sure your alignment on the bottom pulley is at top dead center, as I did earlier on the video, and that your mark there, the dot, is aligned to this one, top dead center. Once all that's aligned with your belt on, then you can torque this right up and make sure it's snug. So it might be worth doing, I'm going to get it done as well, is to actually get the engine timed, just to make sure that everything is aligned properly. But it's just something to watch out for as you do this. Not that you can do any damage, because we know this engine is a non-interference engine, but you know, just to make sure that everything aligns as best as possible as you put it all back together. So with that seal is now fitted, and we shouldn't be seeing any more oil leaks from the front, and everything should stay nice and clean. So let's get the cover back on and get this one to bed. Okay, so now that we've done the oil seal on the camshaft at the front, let's make sure that everything is working as it should be with the timing belt and everything, and give it a quick start. That's a wrap, it's working.
Okay, so we stopped the oil leak from the camshaft oil seal. It's a very simple job. Just take your time, step by step. When you take all the pulley off and the timing belt, just make sure that everything is lined before you take it all off. And as you put things back on, don't torque up that pulley bolt until you've put the timing belt on and everything else, because it will just save you a headache when you come in to realign everything as you torque that bolt back to spec. So everything is running, there's no leak, that's all been sorted now. And the other, I guess, top tip as you do that job is when you do slot that pulley back onto the camshaft, there's a Woodruff key, which is it's the best way to describe it, as a piece of metal that allows you to slot the pulley on in the correct position. Try to be very careful with that, don't damage it, because it is purposeful. It does help you align everything, and just make sure that everything locks in place properly. So that is the job today. No more oil leak, which is a good thing. The next job I have to get on and do really now is that sort of 400 mile, 500 mile check, because I have been driving the car a lot, and that's why I got that oil leak. It was one of the seals that I hadn't sorted, but is now sorted. So we need to just go around and do all those checks. So if you are enjoying the videos that I'm putting together on the 924, please like, please subscribe and follow me. It does help me produce more content, and the next videos will be along very soon.